So, hello, beautiful people, into the wild online, and yeah, our offering this morning from you, which we kind of felt into, and yesterday we spent a day by the lake with a beautiful Beltane lovers ceremony, which is around fertility and everything that Beltane has to offer, and because so many of us are not able to go into nature, we wanted to bring nature to you. So we're here at Earthheart. So we're here at Earthheart, and we're right by the lake. We're just seeing messages coming in, so checking everything's okay. Yeah, we're here by the beautiful lake at Earthheart, and hopefully you can hear the bird song. And we're just going to turn the music off. Yeah, hopefully you can hear the beautiful bird song, and you can just let yourself rest back into the deliciousness of all the nature and the beautifulness that's around here. And yeah, this time of Beltane, such a beautiful time of year, and May, it's just, everything is exploding into life. Everything is just wanting to burst and come forwards into life. And we thought it would be the perfect energy to support, yeah, doing a lover ceremony. And our wish is that you just...
Can't hear.
Huh?
Can't hear, you need to speak.
All right, our wish is that... yeah, we're a little bit far away from the laptop, so hopefully you can hear. Our wish is that hopefully you're still in bed, lazing around on a Sunday morning with a cup of tea and just sort of, you know, resting into each other and feeling really relaxed.
Yeah. And we make no assumptions, and that may not be where you're at. And that's welcome as well. It's all welcome. So, yeah.
So... just to say a little something about lovers and intimacy and relationship. And, you know, it's like to really love another, or to really let in being loved by another, is possibly the most challenging thing for us to do as humans. It's the thing we long for the most. We absolutely ache for it with every cell of our being. Yet when it's actually presented to us, suddenly all the fear and the panic and the, well, I'm going to be rejected, they won't really love me, they won't really want to be with me if they see who I really am, all of this kind of stuff. And certainly at this time, with what's going on and everybody being inside, and maybe for you suddenly not being at work, or your life changing because you're together as a couple in this lockdown, maybe suddenly you've discovered a really beautiful connection that you never realized you had, just through the act of the fact that you're so forced to be together for more of the day and more of the night. And it's also true that it might be that this is a real stretch for you, that you don't necessarily, you've realized that actually I don't know if I want to spend this much time with my partner, they're really annoying, and I've got my little ways, and I come home and he's there at work and all this kind of thing. So wherever you are and however you're feeling, you're really welcome. You're really welcome. And we want to just offer a heart space, really, and a really simple ritual of gratitude, which is designed to open our hearts. And however troubled we feel, however much our hearts are feeling a little bit despondent about maybe the way things are in the world right now, and that it all seems like it's falling apart, and there's so much to be worried about, and just our wellness and our health, the health of our world, the health of our planet, the health of the natural world, the health of us as humanity, and our well-being. And it's such a profound threshold that we're on, and there's no guarantees that we're going to make it through. And we were talking this morning about how that's such a mirror for relationship. And so at this time when everything out there seems to be unraveling, it can be so easy to let what's happening here unravel. And actually at this time is where we want to strengthen our connection more than ever, so that if our connection together is really rooted and really strong, we're far more resourced to be able to take care of the ones we love, navigate ourselves in the world, be supportive, and just have those strong roots in the ground. And gratitude, no matter how bad things are feeling, even if you've just had a 3-hour massive argument and you're not talking to each other, it's all really horrible. It's not the case for us at the moment.
No, that never happens. Never.
Yeah, it's like no matter how it is, there's always something that we can find gratitude for, even if it's the fact that we have a breath, that we're here, that we're sitting together, whatever it might be. So this is a very simple ritual of gratitude. And the work that we offer for relationship is really based on this idea that relationship is a garden. And here we are in this amazing, beautiful garden with the birds singing, and it's just a little bit of rain, but it's kind of lovely. Yeah. And the bluebells are out on the bank, and the sun is peeking out through the clouds. And this garden that we create when we come together, it's such a precious garden. And in a way, this is a garden of love. It's like a garden of love. And we, as the two people in the relationship, are like gardeners. And we're not really devoted to each other. The commitment isn't to each other, it's actually to the garden. It's actually to love itself. And that's the foundation. Those are the kind of the root foundations of all the work around relationship, because so often couples get in a pickle because there's this pressure to be something for each other. You must stay and promise to never leave. You must this and you must, all of that. And if we approach intimacy and relationship more from the perspective of I am devoted to love, and what does love call me to do right now? What is love guiding me into? How can I open more? Not for you really, but for myself. And that may well be a gift to you in that moment, and it may not.
But all the time, what I'm tending and taking care of is what sits between us, the love that sits between us, rather than tending and taking care of my partner, tending and taking care of the love and the garden of love that sits between us.
And of course, we all know that a garden needs tending to stay beautiful. And you know, if we don't tend to the garden, or the rain doesn't come, or the soil isn't fertile, then the garden doesn't flourish. So this is good gardening, what we're doing. It's good gardening. You know, and from where we're offering relationship work is that relationship is a spiritual practice to our own kind of coming into our own fullness, our own full potential, to living from our state of love. And of course, there are many spiritual practices, and most of them really are practices that you do by yourself. So this relationship, this intimacy as a spiritual practice sometimes feels like we haven't chosen it, because of course they're right there in our face all the time, from the minute we wake up in the morning, and the possibility of getting triggered, or the possibility of them saying something that's going to take us away from the moment.
Especially for many of us right now, in the
Yeah.
current circumstances.
And so it's a spiritual practice for the, you know, it's advanced class, because we long the most to open and to receive love and to give love, and because of our human wounds, which is why we're in such a mess in the world, it can also be the hardest thing to do. So it's a beautiful spiritual practice, and that's the foundation that we offer the work from. And we're all longing to return to the garden. So this morning, we're going to offer we're going to guide you through a very simple practice. We're going to invite you to sit together, whether you're in bed, whether you're on the sofa, whether maybe you're sitting in the garden, if you're lucky enough to be able to sit in the garden. And guide you through some simple things. We're loving the bird song as our music. And so there'll be spaces and gaps where there's nothing really happening from our end, but we're just guiding you and holding a timer and that kind of thing. And of course, we're just going to trust that you'll follow the pace that you're at, because we're not all in the room together, so we can't see you. It's a little bit of guesswork, but hopefully we can tune in through the etheric field. And for any of those who are interested, we're offering an online course for lovers. It'll just be a kind of toe dip for a few weeks to just deepen and offer some of the really simple practices that might be supported during lockdown. Stuff around relationship, communication, simple intimacy, conflict, and how to keep our hearts strong at this time. So anyway, more about that at the later, and a little special offer for you if you decide to sign up for that. So want to invite you to find a way to sit together so you're sitting opposite each other. Sitting opposite each other. And so you're as comfy as you can be. And make yourself comfortable, get the cushions you need. And I'm doing this now, and I'm sending this out to everyone. Just see if you can create like a little energetic orb around you, a little orb that is just a little kind of temple, a little sacred space. And you can just do it with your arms. You can just move your arms and just have that intention to create like an orb. All above, below. And now you're in your sacred space. Nothing can harm you. Love, devotional, divine love is present here. Yeah. And hopefully you can hear us. We're speaking as loud as we can. Turn your volume up.
And competing with this beautiful bird song, which is
no contest.
Yeah.
Don't want to compete with that. So just placing one hand on your heart, your right hand on your heart, and then just letting your left hand reach for the earth. If you're sitting on the ground and you can touch the earth, that's great, but if not, just letting your hand reach towards the earth. And closing your eyes. Just face the camera so they can hear. Closing your eyes. And just drop your attention inside your heart. And we're going to do a very simple breath just to invite in the element of air. And as we breathe in, we're going to imagine that we're breathing in love, omnipresent love, divine love that's just presence in the air, in the bird song, in the water, in the earth below us. Just breathing in love. And as we breathe in, we're going to let it fill our hearts all the way in. And then as we breathe out, we're going to let that love travel through our heart and just offer it out to our partner. And open our eyes for that moment and then breathe in and close our eyes. So I'll guide us. So breathing in, all the way in, all the way in, breathing in love, just letting it fill your heart, your lungs, the whole being. And then opening your eyes, breathing out and just offering with that out breath love to your partner. Just offering that omnipresent love all the way out. And then breathing in, breathing in, breathing in the divine love all the way in. Letting it fill your heart. And opening your eyes, breathing out, and just letting that divine love flow through your heart to your partner. I'm just going to ask you to continue that in your own time. Closing your eyes on the in-breath, opening your eyes on the out-breath. And keeping your eyes open now on the in-breath as well, just receiving love, divine love, all the way into your heart, holding it in there, letting it just fill your heart. And breathing out and just offering that love to your partner. One more. Bring your hand back to your heart. You're just going to offer your partner a bow as a way of saying, I welcome you into my heart, into this space, into this ceremony. And you can just relax your hands, stay looking at each other. You don't need to look at us. I'm just going to read you a poem that can open us to our longing. It's called A Garden Inside Me by David White. And just looking into each other's eyes, just let yourself receive these words. A garden inside me, unknown, secret, neglected for years, the layers of its soil deep and thick, trees in the corners with branching arms and the tangled briars, that broken nets. Sunrise through the misted orchard, morning sun turns silver on the pointed twigs. I have woken from the sleep of ages, and I'm not sure if I'm really seeing or dreaming, or simply astonished, walking towards sunrise, to have stumbled into the garden where the stone was rolled from the tomb of my longing. So beautiful ones. We're going to just use the element of air, use words, use our voice as a way to channel gratitude that's in our heart to our beloved, and we're also going to receive gratitude from their heart into ours. So again, taking a look at each other, just letting yourself settle into the space together. And as you look, just letting yourself go back, and maybe this is recent and maybe it's a long, long time ago, the first time you entered the garden of love together, the first time there was that magic where you realized this person was special, or that something opened in you, love opened, your heart opened in a way it hadn't opened with them. That mystery, the magic just somehow arrived in this space between you, and there you were in the garden. And as you're looking into their eyes, or maybe you can have your eyes closed if that's easier, and just find a way to capture, to just describe the moment in some way. You know, we were on a walk, we were in bed together, we were at a party, and you said this or did that, and how you felt. That's the key thing of what happened in you, how your body felt, how your heart felt, how it affected you, how it impacted you. So we're going to call to partner Earth and partner Air. So one of you is Earth and one of you is Air. Doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter about gender or sex. So we're going to invite Earth. You're going to speak first, and looking into your beloved's eyes, just share for a couple of minutes this moment that meant so much to you. Just speaking from your heart. You just trust the words. Let it be a transmission of that moment coming alive in this moment. And partner air, just letting yourself receive the words into your heart, this gratitude. And then we're going to change around. So now air, you are speaking to earth. And just speaking from your heart, the first time you felt you entered the garden, and it might be the same moment, it might be a different moment. And just describe, just briefly, where you were, what they did, what they said, but most importantly, how you felt, what happened in you, how it made you feel. Just letting it flow from your heart, even if it feels a little bit clunky or like you don't feel like you can quite say it. Just stay and let it be a transmission from your eyes, from your being. And then both of you closing your eyes again. Earth, just letting yourself receive those words. And the invitation now to call forth in your body's memory, in your heart's memory, the most recent time or a recent time that you entered the garden together, that you had. It might just be that you just touched a moment. There was a moment of eye contact, a moment of lying together where something just felt different. And you remembered that space of the mystery together, of why you're together. And it might have been something very simple, might be something big and magnificent. Just spent 48 hours in bed having the most sublime lovemaking you've ever had over Beltane. So this time, air, you're going to go first. And once again, both of you opening your eyes. And air, just finding a way again, just to express how you felt, maybe just referencing the moment. They'll probably know what it is anyway. And Earth just listening, just listening. Just let it be a transmission from your heart, like you call that moment into being again. And then changing over. Now Earth, just expressing from your heart some moment, most recent moment or a recent moment. Ours was yesterday down by the lake.
Yep.
And yeah, just see if you can capture that moment and transmit something of what it was that touched you, how you felt. It's just a way of offering our gratitude. And just finishing the words that you're on. And again, just taking a moment just to let the connection in this moment be between you. Even if you're feeling still a little bit kind of, you're not sure, you're pissed off, you're already triggered by them, just see if you can feel underneath. See if you can feel underneath to that deeper connection between you that sits underneath all the kind of irritations on top. Beautiful. So we're going to offer our gratitude from our heart now in an embodied way. So the invitation will be to close your eyes, to sit opposite each other and just let your palms be together. So you can have your palms like this, or you can have your palms like this. Probably like this is good. So you've got freedom of movement. And then I'm going to invite you to close your eyes in a moment, not yet. And the invitation is to let your heart, let your hands and your arms be messengers of your heart. So whatever, it's like you're going to make love, but only through your hands and your fingertips. It's the only way that you can convey or transmit the love and the gratitude you feel. And so you're going to let your hands just dance, and sometimes it might be like fast and fun and there's loads of energy, and then sometimes it might just be really soft and tender. But whatever it is you want to say about love that's in your heart, you're just going to do it through the dance between your hands. So when you're ready, closing your eyes. Put some music on. And just letting your hands And just let the resting in the eye contact together. Past those moments where you want to look away. I don't know, a little bit awkward all of a moment, shy, or you feel a bit just, I don't know, a bit cut off. You've lost that feeling. Just stay looking anyway, and just keep breathing and just letting your eyes be receptive. So it's like you're welcoming your partner into your welcoming them in. As a practice, and this might or might say just to see what happens. I love you, over and over. So at least 10 times, in as many ways as you can transmit it from your heart, even if that isn't your can feel. You're just going to say it in your own liberation. So to just say, I love you, the freedom in our own hearts.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
And then you're going to do the same thing, but with your body. So you're going to offer, I love you, with your body. in many different ways as you can. So I love you. Beautiful gesture. Obviously, privacy that we don't have, so we're going to keep it family friendly.
Festival friendly.
Festival friendly.
Festival appropriate.
But you can go for it. I'm hoping it's not like that actually. My beautiful ones, that's a way to complete the ceremony. Once again, just placing one heart, one hand to the earth. I'm going to offer my beloved a flower. You might not have one, that's okay. So just offering a bow is a way to complete our ceremony, honouring our love, honouring the earth, honouring the mystery. You could hear, and I think it looks like our end, the video's gone a bit weird because we've got very, very slow internet here at Earthheart, so hopefully it worked. And it's been, just want to say, it's been really, and yeah, interesting kind of seeing your messages there, and we can see that as yeah, to offer you hopefully into the world. One of us know, but if not, meanwhile, couples course, and we're going to make sure that it's really nourishing visually. So we'll make sure that we're always somewhere really beautiful, enriched by being with us in Earth. And there'll be really simple, beautiful practices to help you with deepening intimacy and all of those things that couples, you know,
that might be difficult, especially at this time.
Yeah. And also we offer like you can have sessions with both of us together or with one of us, like one of us more than the other. Yeah, reference. Hour, they can be an hour and a half, so if you're struggling with support, we're really, really happy to help. And yeah, it'll be nourishing and delicious. If you would like to find out more about the online course, if you go over to the website, to the contact page, you can sign up, or you can put a message in the comment box here, and we will here. And it's going to be beginning at the end, and it will run for a few weeks, and there'll be chance for live Q&A that are all rooted in the elements, in love, in the mystery. And I think there's going to be a discount. So yeah, if you send
leave it in the comments box, because that won't be private. So
don't mind, pop it in the comments box.
Yeah. Just to be aware of that.
So beautiful ones. It's out with you here. It's been really, really, really lovely. And offer you all these flowers for you as a gift. Have a little sniff. Beltane Day. There's many delicious offerings